Okay, we're going to learn how to add a Dropbox in Angel. First, you want to log into Angel with the email credentials minus the @irsc.edu component. Select the Lessons tab from above, and then select the Add Content tab. Select Dropbox from the choices available. We're going to take a look at how to do that. First, we're going to take a look at the PowerPoint. You'll always want to select the Advanced tab on top. There's nothing advanced about it. It just hides such item as dates from view. Select the various tabs and complete the information needed for your assignment. When you utilize the Content tab, the top tab up on the left side is the first tab in the new Dropbox environment. You've got Content, Access, Submission, and the other tabs. Type in this space down here that a description for what you're about to expect to see in the submitted assignment. You may also attach some items via uploading a linked file by selecting the small folder above in the toolbar. You can also add a picture and add a video from YouTube. Notice the arrows indicating the various tabs on the toolbar. Next, you want to drop in the Dropbox Access tab. The next step for the Dropbox is the Access tab. In the Access tab, you want to set the dates and be sure to checkmark the dates once you've selected when you want the item to appear and when you want the item to end in your course. You can set the user tracking to everyone so you can track everyone's progress and who has gone into the assignment. Next, this is the Submission tab. In the submission, you can choose up to 10 submissions. Choose the maximum number of submissions for students. I like to put 2 because oftentimes students will forget to add their submission, so they can just send in another one. Also, the message box. When you select the blue writing to the left, it brings up an indication as to what exactly that blue writing is. In this case, the message box enables or disables the message box where students can type a message concerning their assignment. So it's that space where the students and yourself can type to describe the message being sent. Also, is the message box enabled? And are attachments enabled? Of course, you'll never or rarely want to make submissions anonymous unless, of course, it's a survey. The Dropbox Review tab options include Normal. Users only see their own submissions. They submit it to the instructor, and they only see their submission. However, there's also the Peer Review. Also, users see all submissions, such as if you want everyone to look at what someone else has done to learn from each other. Good for collaborative learning as well. In the Assignment tab, the milestone settings is basically the calendar. You can select the drop-down list, which gives you an item completion as a choice that leaves the instructor in charge of when that item appears. And manual choice gives the student the control of when that item appears on the calendar. In the gradebook settings, the Assignment tab is the Gradebook tab. Gradebook settings, select the Edit and select New for the assignment and complete the items for the gradebook settings, including how many points is it and such things. More detail on that later. For rubric, the grading rubric can be used that's been created for this specific assignment ahead of time. Add a previously created rubric to score the assignment. See the Manage tab for the Rubric Manager to create a rubric for each assignment. And last but not least, don't forget to click Save before you're completed. And that's all about the Dropbox tab, how to add a Dropbox to your Angel environment. And now we're going to show you how to drop that Dropbox into your course. Select the Lessons tab, and from the Lessons tab you want to select Add Content. From Add Content, select the Dropbox. Give the Dropbox a title. A Dropbox. Type in here, Add content to your assignment and select one of the choices if you like above. You can browse, and let's add the PowerPoint to the assignment and upload that file. Once you've uploaded the file, select it, and it appears in the text area of your assignment. Put a subtitle in if you like. PowerPoint about the Dropbox. Always advanced. Always select advanced. AA, you can remember that. Select access and give your assignment a date. The start date would be September 26th at 1 p.m. Be aware of the time that that's available. Also select the end date. When will that end date be for the students to submit? Normally it may be 11 p.m. or perhaps the time of the class. Next, select submission. I like to use 2 submissions, maximum submissions, because invariably the students will forget to add a submission or make an attachment, and they have to ask you to open up the assignment again. So I put 2 on there just to leave it as 2, and then they have a second chance in case they've forgotten. I let the students know. If they made a mistake, they can resubmit. Also, the message box is enabled. That's the typing area within that assignment. You have to have either the message box and or the attachment enabled for the Dropbox to be working. Next, the Review tab. Either you have users see only their own submissions, or for peer review, such as collaborative learning purposes, users will see all of the submissions submitted by each one of the students. Also, the Automate tab is about creating agents that when one thing happens, the next thing happens as well automatically. We can help you with that in advanced movements, such as if you open the PowerPoint and suddenly the quiz will appear. But that's more of an advanced feature. If you have a need, please get a hold of us. The Assignment tab and the milestone settings. The milestone settings, if manually marked, it allows the student to put that item on the calendar or remove it. Also, as you select the blue markings on the left-hand side, it will tell you what those items are. The task type, it'll give a description. The due date, when is the assignment due? Or item completion, that way the student does not have control over how it appears on the calendar when you set these settings. Gradebook assignment, you can, if you're not using the gradebook, you can leave it as none, or if it's a new assignment, then you go ahead and fill in the details of what that assignment will entail. It will also create a column in the gradebook to be used as a graded item. The grading rubric has to be created ahead of time in the rubric manager, and that would be under Manage tab and the use of the rubric manager. The item will also display to students before the submission so they know what to look for in the rubric, and also the graded rubric will also appear after the students have submitted their assignment and you have graded it. And then if there's no supplementary rubrics, then don't worry about that. The settings for this Dropbox are now complete. Select Save, and this is how the Dropbox will appear to students. That's your addition you've added to the assignment or the PowerPoint they can view. They have to put a title in to submit. Here is my submission, assignment 10. I hope this is correct. And they can select the attachments and click Browse, and perhaps it's their own assignment. They're adding that graphic. They want to upload the graphic. Select the item, select Finished, and now they have added the graphic to the assignment and click Submit. The student will be notified by the upload results. Submission was successful. And then as the instructor, you can look under the word Submissions, View, Grade, or Delete Submissions, and notice that all the students have submitted. Now you can go ahead and grade the items or whatever you need to do. And that's how you add a Dropbox to your Lessons tab.